Yo, man, what's poppin', y'all? I'm not gonna lie, I did miss a day. I'm holding myself accountable. I was really busy at the end of the day. Just had to doze off. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna just pick up today, which is currently February 9th at 11:21. Not really gonna do too much talking. We're gonna pick up where we left off from the other day. You already know, 15 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and lock in. So we are currently in chapter 8, Make Your Attitudes Your Allies, and we are on page 170. Enthusiasm make things 1100% better. 2 years ago, employees in a business I'm acquainted with donated $94.35 to the Red Cross. This year, the same employees with just about the same payroll donated about $1,100, an increase of 1,100%. The drive captain who collected only $94.35 was totally lacking enthusiasm. He made remarks like, I suppose it's a worthwhile organization. I've never had a direct contact with it. It's a big organization and they collect a lot from the wealthy. So I suppose it's not important if you contribute. If you can make a donation, see me. This fellow did nothing to inspire one another to want to join the Red Cross and do it in a big way. This year's drive captain was a different sort. He had enthusiasm. He gave examples of his case stories that showed how the Red Cross pitches in when disaster strikes. He showed how the Red Cross depends on donations from everyone. He asked the employees to guide him in giving him wait, no, I'm tripping. He asked the employees to be guided in giving how much they would be willing to give their neighbor if disaster should strike him. He said, look at what the Red Cross has done. Notice he did not beg. He did not say each of you is expected to donate X amount of dollars. All he did was wanted to show enthusiasm about the importance of the Red Cross. Success just naturally followed. Think for a moment about a club or a civic organization you know that is fading away. Chances are all it needs is enthusiasm to bring it back to life. Results come in proportion to enthusiasm applied. Results come in proportion to enthusiasm applied. Enthusiasm is simply, this is great. Here's why. Here's a 3-step procedure that will help you develop the power of enthusiasm. Number 1, dig into it deeper. Make this little test. Think of 2 things in which you have little or no interest in. Make cards, certain kinds of music or sport. Now ask yourself, how do I really feel about these things? Odds are 100 to 1 that your answer is not much. I confess that for years I absolutely had no interest in modern art. It was just so many botched up lines until I let a friend who knows a lot about modern art explain it to me. Really, now that I've dug into it, I actually find it fascinating. That exercise supplies one important key of building enthusiasm. To get enthusiasm, learn about the thing you are not enthusiastic about. Chances are you are quite unenthusiastic about bumblebees. But if you study bumblebees, find out what they do, how they relate to other bees, how they reproduce, how they live in the winter. If you find out all you can about bumblebees, you will find someone really interested in bumblebees. To show trainees how enthusiasm can be developed through a dig into a deeper technique, I suppose a greenhouse example. In a deliberately casual way, ask a group, are you interested in manufacturing or selling greenhouses? Not once have I gotten an affirmative answer. Then I make points about the greenhouse. I reminded the group how, as our standard of living rises, people become more and more interested in non-necessities. I suggested how much Mr. and Mrs. America would enjoy growing their own orchids and or orange blossoms. I pointed out that if tens of thousands of families could afford private swimming pools, millions could afford greenhouses because greenhouses are relatively inexpensive. I showed them that if you could sell a $600 greenhouse to only one family in 50, you developed a $600 million business in producing greenhouses and perhaps a $250 million industry supplying plants and seeds. The only difficulty with this exercise is that the group, 10 minutes before completely cold about greenhouses, now is so enthusiastic they don't want to move on to the next subject. Use the dig into it deeper technique to develop enthusiasm towards other people. Find out all you can about another person, what he does, his family, his background, his ideas, and his ambitions. And you'll find your interest in and enthusiasm about him mounting. Keep digging, and you're certain to find some common interest. Keep digging, and you will eventually discover a fascinating person. The dig into it technique works also in developing enthusiasm toward new places. Several years ago, some friends of mine decided to move to Detroit, to a small town in mid Florida. They sold their home, closed out their businesses, and said goodbye to their friends, and were gone. 6 weeks later, they were back in Detroit. The reason had nothing to do with unemployment. Rather, as they put it, we just couldn't stand living in a small town. Besides, all of our friends are in Detroit. We just had to come back. In later conversations with these people, I learned that the real reasons why they didn't like the small Florida city, during their short stay, they had taken on a surface view of community, its history, its plan of future, and its people. They moved their bodies to Florida, but their minds were in Detroit. I've talked with dozens of executives, engineers, and salesmen who have developed career trouble because their companies wanted to move them to another location, but they didn't want to go. I just can't see me moving to Chicago or San Francisco or Atlanta or New York or Miami. His remarks spoken many times a day. There's only one way to build enthusiasm toward a new location. Simply resolve to dig into the new community. Learn all you can about it. Mix in with the people. Make yourself feel and think like a community citizen from the very first day. Do this and you'll be enthusiastic about your new environment. Today, millions of Americans invest in cooperative securities, but there are many millions more who have no interest at all in the stock market. That's because they are people who have not familiarized themselves with the securities that the market has, how it operates, the day-to-day romance of American businesses. To get enthusiasm about anything, people, places, things, dig into it deeper. Dig into it deeper and you will develop enthusiasm. Put this principle to work next time you must do something you don't want to do. Put this principle to work next time you find yourself becoming bored. Just dig in deeper and you'll dig up interest. Facts, man. I like that. I like that, number one. So if y'all didn't get that, dig deep, man. Number two, in everything you do, life it up. Enthusiasm or lack of it shows through in anything you do or say. Life up your handshaking. When you shake hands, shake. Make your hand clasp, say, I'm glad to know you. I'm glad to see you again. A conversation, mouse-like handshake, is worse than a handshake at all. It makes people think, this guy is more dead than alive. Try to find a highly successful person with a conservative handshake. You will have to look a long, long time. Life up your smiles. Smile with your eyes. Nobody likes an artificial passed on rubbery smile. When you smile, smile. Show a few teeth. Maybe your teeth aren't attractive, but that's really unimportant. For when you smile, people don't see your teeth. They see a warm, enthusiastic personality, someone they like. Lift up your thank yous. A routine automatically thank you is almost like saying gleep gleep. It's just an expression. It says nothing. It doesn't accomplish results. Make your thank you mean thank you very much. Life up your talk. Dr. James F. Bender, the noted speech authority, in his excellent book How to Talk Well, says if you're good morning, really good, are your congratulations enthusiastic? Does your "how are you" sound interesting? When you make a habit of coloring your words with the sincere feeling, you'll notice a great uptake in your ability to hold attention. People go along with the fellow who believes what he says. Say it with life. Put vitality into your speaking. Whether you are talking in a garden club, a prospect, or a child, put your enthusiasm behind what you say. A sermon delivered enthusiastically may be remembered for months, even years, but a sermon delivered without enthusiasm will be mostly forgotten 167 hours before next Sunday rolls around. And when you put life in your talk, you automatically put more life in you. Just try this right now. Say it out loud with force and vigor. I feel great today. Now, don't you actually feel better than you did before you said it? Make yourself feel alive all over. Life it up. Be sure everything you do and says tells people this fellow is alive. He means it. He's going places. Number 3, broadcast good news. You and I have been in many situations when someone burst out and said, I've got good news. Immediately this person gets 100% attention from everyone present. Good news does more than get attention. Good news pleases people. Good news develops enthusiasm. Good news even promotes good digestion. Just because there are more broadcasters of bad news than there are broadcasters of good news, don't be misled. No one ever won a friend. No one ever made money. No one ever accomplished anything by broadcasting bad news. Transmit good news to your family. Tell them the good that's happened today. Recall the amusing, pleasant things you experienced and let the unpleasant things stay buried. Spread your good news. It's pointless to pass on the bad. It only makes your family worry, makes them nervous. Bring home some sunlight every day. So it's like if you coming home, parents ask you how you doing, kind of say what happened, like a little joke or something, to make it more positive, So I think I like that. To build that enthusiasm. Ever notice how seldom children complain about the weather? They take hot weather in stride until the negative news corps educates them to be conscious of unpleasant temperatures. Make it a habit always to speak favorably about the weather, regardless of what the weather actually is. Complaining about the weather makes you more miserable and spreads misery to others. Broadcast good news about how you feel. Be an "I feel great" person. Just say "I feel great" at every possible opportunity, and you will feel better. By the same token, tell people "I feel awful," just awful, and you will feel even worse. How we feel is a large part determined by how we think we feel. Remember, too, that the other people want to be around alive, enthusiastic people. Being around complainers and half-dead people is uncomfortable. I'm telling y'all it is. I'm pretty sure y'all have definitely been around some half-dead people, like, literally. Transmit good news to people you work with. Give them encouragement. Compliment them at every opportunity. Tell them about the positive things that the company is doing. Listen to their problems. Be helpful. Encourage people and win their support. Pat them on the back for the job that they're doing. Give them hope. Let them know you believe they can succeed, that you have faith in them. Practice relieving worriers. Make this test regularly to keep you right on track. Whenever you leave a person, ask yourself, does that person honestly feel better because he had talked with me? This training device works. Apply it when talking with employees, associates, your family, customers, and even casual acquaintances. A sales friend is a really good broadcaster. He calls on his customers every month and makes it a rule to have some good news to pass along. Examples. I met one of my good friends last week. He said to me to tell you hello. Since I was here last, big things have happened. Over 350,000 new babies were born last month, and more babies, more business for the both of us. Usually we think of bank presidents as overly reserved, unemotional people who have never really warmed up. Not so with one bank president. All right, we're going to timer just went off, y'all, but I'm going to finish this section and I'll just start on the other page tomorrow. It says, His favorite way to answer the phone is to say, "Good morning. It's a powerful world." It's good morning. It's a wonderful world. May I save you some money? Improper for a banker? Some might say so, but let me point that out. The banker who uses his greeting is Miles Lane Jr., president of the Citizens and Southern Bank, the largest in the entire Southeast. Good news gets good results. Broadcasted. The broadcasted. So I'm gonna stop it right there. It's one sentence, but it's carrying over to the next page. So I'm gonna just where my bookmark go? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna just put the bookmark here. Go ahead and close the book up. I hope y'all have a good day, night. If y'all watching this daytime, nighttime, whatever. Hope you stay blessed, stay encouraged, man. I'm gonna get over with you tomorrow.